Hey everybody, it's Los, and I wanted to come on here really quick for a programming note before we get into this next episode. On behalf of Jared, Sharon, and myself, aka the Tidal Basin Trio, we want to say thank you so much for all the support that you have shown us on this show. It has truly been overwhelming and amazing, and it's all thanks to you guys for liking and subscribing and watching all that we've done so far. That being said, because of your support, we are now able to go from an every other week podcast to a weekly podcast. So you can expect a brand new episode to come out every Saturday morning from now until the end of April and potentially even beyond that. So look out for us in your feeds every Saturday morning. One last thing. We were able to record a bunch of episodes on one night. And unfortunately, that was a day where Jared had to attend to a personal family issue. So for a few episodes, you will only see Sharon and me interviewing our guests. But don't worry, Jared will be back. We aren't the Tidal Basin Trio without him. So Jared, we missed you that night. And we love you. And of course, we are so happy to have you back. And we look forward to recording several more episodes with all three of us here at the table. Okay. I hope you guys continue to support us and continue to enjoy everything that we've done and everything that we have coming down the pike for you. And congratulations to everyone who got into Cherry Blossom through the lottery. We look forward to racing with you on race day. All right, that's enough for me. Let's get into this episode.
Welcome to Blossom Banter, a behind-the-scenes look at the race, the community, and the traditions that make Cherry Blossom the runner's rite of spring. I'm Sharon.
I'm Los. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest. He is a committee member on the Cherry Blossom Committee. He designed the 50th anniversary t-shirt design. Ladies and gentlemen, John Hall.
Hey,
welcome,
Sharon.
John.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Welcome, absolutely.
It's good to be here.
Thanks for joining us. We're happy you're here.
You're welcome.
Yeah. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I did a gym class this morning and then got my run in.
Okay.
And it was a wet, cold one, but it was good.
I am really impressed. It's very rainy outside for anyone who's listening. The day we're recording this, it is pouring rain outside all day. So I'm very impressed that you got out and got miles outside.
Did you guys get your runs in?
I did, but I was out there at 7:30 this morning and there was not a drop of rain. So beat the rain.
I did a treadmill run last night and then I did a class this morning. So I did not go run outside today.
Dry land day.
Yes.
At the end of my run, I was running like my final mile through Virginia Square. Some guy yelled at me. He's like, "You're a trooper." And I was like, "Oh, okay. That powers me through."
That's so
the finish line.
Yeah, a little motivation right there at the finish. That's
we
amazing.
say that all the time about this community. It's very supportive.
Yeah, it is.
A good segue.
Mm-hmm.
So if John, we mentioned that you were on the race committee, that you won the t-shirt design contest. For our friends listening, John's actually rocking the t-shirt he designed from a couple of years ago. One that I personally think is iconic, and I see it all over town. So very talented. Is there anything else you'd like to tell our listeners about your Cherry Blossom story?
Well, yeah, I love Cherry Blossom, and the first time I ran it was 2009, and my brother was living in New York at the time, so he came down, we ran it together, and every year since, it has been a family tradition where my parents, who live in New Hampshire, they fly down, and their winter is still happening, and so they sort of like fast forward into spring. And we've been running this race ever since. So I love Cherry Blossom 10 Mile. And then I love t-shirt designing. And so I've always thought about designing a shirt for the race. I had started many times but never finished. But then I have a prop to show. In 2017, they gave out these cool 45th running keychains.
That's cool.
And it was in everyone's goodie bag. And I remember at the time thinking, okay, if this is the 45th year, did the math out, thinking like, I want to be the guy who designs the shirt for the 50th running.
That's so cool.
It was like for 5 years, I would, on my runs when I would just be kind of like daydreaming, I would think about like what the design would be, and ended up with this idea of I wanted to have 500 dots where each dot represents 1 mile of cherry blossom 10-mile history. And then summer of 2022, I made it happen, submitted it, and I was in the dark for 2 months. It was like submitted in September, and then it wasn't until early November I got an email, and it said, "Hi John, I'm writing to you from the Cherry Blossom Committee with the results of the T-shirt contest. After careful review, your design has been selected."
Amazing.
What a feeling. Oh my goodness.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Just the pure elation, I'm sure, when you're reading that email, you're like, oh, after all, like what you said, 20 was 4 years of planning? 5 years of planning?
Yeah, 5 years of
5 years of planning.
Yeah. And then so just it's been awesome ever since. Like when I go out, I'll see first of all on race weekend when everyone is wearing the shirts, 20,000 shirts, 10,000 medals. It was just the best feeling in the world, and I still see them out. And so every time when I'm on my run, when I see people wearing it, it's like like the ching, like Mario. It's like a power boost when I see people rocking it. It's
amazing,
cool.
And Carlos, you were there that first year.
Yes,
when I presented it, you were the ambassador.
I was ambassador that year. Yeah,
so,
it was very cool.
Get the front row seat.
I did. Yeah, absolutely. No,
awesome.
I remember we were at the kickoff party where you introduced the shirt, and because you didn't just design this one, you had one for each race.
Yep.
And each one you designed a little bit differently, if I remember correctly, and they all had a really intricate story of how you came up with the design for each one, and I thought that was really cool.
Good memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a special 5K shirt that year, which had the capital, because that's where the 5K course was that year. We had a separate double blossom shirt. And in that intro call that I had with the committee organizers, we were going through the, kind of the logistics of things. And at the end, I was like, would it be possible to have complete creative control? I was like, I have a vision here and I really just want to execute on it. And they're like, yeah, go for it, John. So I ended up designing the medals and was really able to go deep. And that was the beginning of, kind of joining the committee and getting involved in it all year round.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And that is our first question for you. How long have you worked with the CUCB race committee?
Yeah, so designed the shirt in the summer of 2022, and then so I guess officially joined for that 50th running 2023 race, and have been working on Cherry Blossom things since. So for about 4 years now.
Wow.
Very cool.
And what is it that is your kind of segment or your area of expertise? Yeah,
so I'm on the community outreach team. It's a team of about 4 or 5 of us. And so we plan the kickoff every year, which is now, we do it in December. And then also all of our DMV Run Club Mixer and Championships Run Club outreach.
Nice.
Awesome.
And then I also, when Stumpy joined as our mascot in 2024, he and I are best buds.
Cool.
Yes.
And I consider myself Stumpy's biggest hype man. So we work together a lot too.
Yes.
Amazing. Amazing.
I have been very privileged to hang out with John and Stumpy and be like a Stumpy translator. And it was one of the best days of my whole year, maybe my life. It was so fun.
I love to hear that. It was a mutual feeling. It was great.
Best day of your life. Greater than your wedding.
I mean, the wedding is for everybody else.
But Stumpy?
I mean, Stumpy's an icon.
People love him, and I love him. I mean, he's a special character in DC.
Yeah, for sure.
It feels very insider.
Yeah.
Like
you know what
real
Stumpy
ones
is.
know about
exactly.
Stumpy.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I feel bad for those people who won't get to experience the original Stumpy.
I know.
Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe they're bringing more cherry blossoms to DC, so maybe we'll get a new Stumpy someday. Yeah.
And I felt like that was a special year where that was kind of a baton pass from Stumpy the tree to Stumpy the mascot, and now he lives on in eternity.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, going back to your community role. You mentioned the DMV Run Club Championships, right? Why don't you explain to people what those are and how you guys implement that?
Sure. So the DMV Run Club Championships is a showcase of all the run clubs in DC, Maryland, Virginia. It's a head-to-head competition. We have 3 divisions, so it's men's, women's, and mixed. And I consider it the high school cross country state championships of DMV run clubs. Like that feeling you get in high school when everybody shows up at the race and like this is the race of the year where, you know, every club's going to be there. And that's where the bragging rights are won. That's what the DMV Run Club is all about. Run Club Championship is all about. That's the vision. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'm a member of the Northeast Track Club, and I'm pretty sure we've won the last 2 years for the mixed team. So pretty proud to be part of that championship. Yeah.
Yeah. And so how this all came about was in 2024, we wanted to showcase the Westin Gym, who's, you know, the hotel sponsor of Cherry Blossom. And so we were going to create this event, and we wanted it to be sort of a fitness style event. And we decided, we're like, well, let's create a DMV Run Club mixer. Let's bring together all these clubs from around DC, because I think coming out of the pandemic, there was just this huge boom of run clubs in DC where every couple of weeks on Instagram, we'd log in and you'd see, you know, like a new club was created in some different neighborhood. And so we were like, okay, well, let's invite a cross slice of these clubs, some from DC, some from Virginia, some from Maryland, some on the like coffee bagel casual side of the spectrum, others, you know, elite athletes qualifying for the, you know, Olympic trials, right? Like it's a full range. And so we got them all together in the same room. And it was one of those events where you don't know how it's going to go and you just hope it goes well. And I remember, you know, we had the first, you know, the group there, and we set everybody loose on the first activity, and my jaw just dropped. I was like, wow, it's amazing. And it makes sense though, you know, like runners are so awesome. So when you get so many enthusiastic runners in one room at one time, like magic is going to happen. The vibes are going to be great. And Sharon,
I was there.
You were one of our first attendees.
It was so much fun. Yeah. I've gotten to attend and participate in each of the DMV Run Club mixers so far. It was that first one was so fun. I remember, I have such vivid memories from it, and remember being so excited to just like, how can we get raffle tickets? Because the setup was like an exercise equals a raffle ticket for your club. And so I was like running on a Stairmaster and rowing on the rowing machine. And like, we were doing sit-ups. Like, it was so much fun. Yeah. And the vibe was just electric. It was so, everyone was sort of camaraderie meets friendly competition, and people are kind of vying for, I want to get the raffle and win the raffle. And the other piece of it was that there was like the mixer part where you guys orchestrated some, like a bingo, if I remember correctly. And we got to meet all the other people. And part of it was, you know, you have to meet so many different runners, and it just expanded everyone's network and became such a cool way for us to make friends with other clubs, and things have come from that. We've had lots of clubs that now do things jointly, and all of because of your hard work in putting that together.
Thanks.
So,
well, you know, that's one of the goals we have coming out of that event is that if somebody leaves the mixer and they meet someone who on race morning at 7:20 a.m. when they're in the corrals waiting for that gun to go off, that they say hi to and they wish them a good race, you know, that's like mission accomplished. It's what we're all about. It's just we want to, there's this amazing run community in DC, and we just want to like pour gasoline on that fire and make it even better, make that community stronger.
No, the running community in DC is incredible. I don't think I've been in any city that has a community that is this huge, for one, and so much. I don't know. There's a lot of camaraderie, I guess, is what I'm looking for. And it's just for you guys to support that and to grow that and to encourage more growth within that is incredible. Yeah,
and so what was interesting is the mixer actually came first, and then as we were approaching the mixer, we started to think more about like, okay, well, let's do more with this. Let's create this this team competition. And previously there was the Washington Metropolitan Area Elite competition that was pre-existing, but it only had a couple teams enter it per year. And so that's where we saw, okay, this idea of a DC specific competition is great, but let's like expand it a little bit. So I love Apple and I love Apple keynotes. So at the
Okay.
mixer, we used the
Nice.
mixer. It's sort of, we already had the mixer planned, but we're like, well, let's use this as a launch event. So we came in and we're like, okay, we're gonna make 3 big improvements to the team competition. Number 1, we're gonna increase the prize pool. So instead of 1 prize deep, it's going 3 prize deep in the men's and women's with a total purse of $3,500.
Wow.
Okay.
Second one is we introduced a mixed division. And so that means more of these like coffee bagel casual clubs. They didn't want to necessarily split up between genders. So we created a division for them. And then what was the third? Oh yeah. And then the third thing was unlimited size teams. So previously it was 5 people per team with 3 scorers, which meant some clubs, if you were going to participate, you had to like subdivide. And so we're like, you know what? You can, just like high school cross country, unlimited size teams, 5 people per team score.
Right.
And then like the final slide of that deck was like, and we're calling it the DMV Run Club Championships. And it was like, everyone got crazy. It's like, by being here today, your team gets free entry into the team competition too. And then it just, it just feeds off itself, and it's just grown from there. So that first year we had, in 2024, we had 556 runners in the DMV Run Club Championships, 19 clubs. We increased it last year to there were 27 clubs represented with 600 runners. And we hope to continue to get more clubs involved and not just make it bigger, but also just keep making it better every year. Like I lay awake at night some nights just thinking like, what banner can we put on the Washington Monument ground to make this? What swag can we make? Like, just all different ways we can keep, changing and improving each year.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
We have, we'll have to keep an eye out for what team, if any TC is going to hang on and be the champions this year. Maybe we'll have a post-race interview with our DMV Club champion.
There we go.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah, so you're Northeast Track Club.
Yeah.
And who do you run for, Sharon?
I am a leader at Every Person Run Club, EPRC, and I also go to Northeast Track Club too.
Okay.
So we've talked before how Carlos bribed me to start going to NETC. And,
you were the gateway guy.
I was, yeah.
for ASICs.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I told her that we could get her some ASICS shoes at a discounted price, and that was all it took. So
all about that swag.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah. Run clubs are great. I mean, I run for Nova Running Club in Arlington, and then also a member of DC Front Runners. And it's just, we're lucky to live in an area that has so many clubs, and a lot of people are members of a lot of clubs. They go to one club on a Friday, another on a Monday. And
that is something that's super cool. You don't have to be club exclusive. You can run primarily with one, but visit others. I visited Almost Friday Run Club recently with some friends, and they're lovely. So I've never had a bad or unwelcoming experience at a run club in DC. Yeah,
they're so welcoming, and they're also creative too with the graphics they make on Instagram and just the techniques they use to round up new members and showcase the things they're doing. I really admire all the work that all the run clubs do. It's a ton of work to lead a run club, and these clubs do a really good job at it.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and you can tell that DC is filled with a lot of type A people, and I feel like the Venn diagram of type A people and runners in this area is a circle.
Yes.
It sure is.
And especially those who lead or start a run club also add that to the circle. And so it's no surprise that people are out here just creating the most amazing graphics and runs and Instagram posts. So it's
jerseys and hats and sweatshirts.
And well-organized routes and having a really good runner support. It's really amazing how different and how run clubs do them differently. How a community run might look one way at one club or another way at another club, but everyone's is making sure that you're having a good time, making sure that you have someone to run with. It's all really, really supportive community and great.
Yeah.
And turns non-runners into runners.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a big tent.
Yeah. As you're saying, I'm like, I never did cross country in high school, so these rules are new to me. Are there any other cross country crossover we should know?
Well, I think that's the key. We do sometimes get that question of where that people will say, well, I'm afraid to run for my compete, part of my club's team because I don't want to make their score worse. And that's not possible to do because we count the top 5 scorers. And so anyone after the 5, there's no way you can bring the score down.
Right.
It's
Yeah. And I ran cross country in high school, so I understand the scoring method. But yeah, it's very cool to be able to continue that now in my adult life.
So Carlos, are you hyper competitive at the Run Club Championships? Are you gunning for a top time?
So I will be this year trying to improve my time from last year.
Great.
I don't think I will be in the top 5 of Northeast Track Club because we do have some very fast runners at Northeast Track Club. I'll just be happy to participate.
Me too. That's me. That's always me. I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
One thing that's interesting is for the mixed division is so how that scoring works is we score the first 2 men and the first 2 women, and then once you remove those for the next person is the 5th scorer. So that person can be man, woman, or non-binary.
Wow,
so,
cool.
That is just like a interesting note on the mixed division.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Anybody can really be a player.
Yeah.
And after the race, do you make the placing available? Can people look up what their club did last year, or can they see after the race is over how their club did, how their top 5?
Exactly. Yes. So this year, for the first year, we actually we gave team awards out on race day. So
cool.
we
Nice.
implemented a process to get those team scores done more quickly, and we gave out those plaques. And so we're hoping to do that again this year.
Awesome.
And then we on Instagram make the graphic with all the club logos, with the places, how many participants each club has, and then their the cumulative time of the top 5, which is it's done by time.
Nice.
Great.
So
Very cool.
Everyone keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So team registration is open January 26th to February 28th. So that will be the time when clubs can get their teams set up. And then anyone who's been accepted into the race, into the lottery, can then go back into their race roster profile and add themselves to the team.
Great.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So each club, just so that people who maybe haven't participated in the championship before, they just need one person to create the team. And then everyone can add themselves to it. Is that how it works?
Yep, exactly.
Great.
Yeah. And so we'll be doing a lot of outreach at the mixer to, get clubs signed on. And Sharon's been helping a lot this year with our outreach. We expanded the list for the mixer, and somehow Sharon ended up with the bulk of the list. So
wow.
She's doing a lot of the heavy lifting, and we really appreciate your outreach efforts, Sharon.
And I appreciate everybody who's already started to get back to me. We've got people already registered to attend the mixer. We've got lots of people interested in going. So
That's exciting.
I can't say enough awesome things about the event. I'm so happy to be helping out because it is really fun. And every time we've gone, it's like looked a little different, been even more exciting, more things going on. So really excited to have everybody participate this year.
Yeah, that's the best feeling when you send out an email. You say, hey, the mixer's coming up. And the person responds and says, oh, I've been waiting for this email.
Yes.
It's like, yes, good.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I was just asked about it today. Somebody was like, when is that mixer? We usually go. And I was like, emails went out. So look for it in your team email.
Yeah.
So
or DMs, your Instagram DMs.
There you go.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we have to keep it small where it's only, we ask the clubs to send 3 representatives. But over the years, as we hope people cycle in and out. So if anyone out there isn't able to go this year, we hope one of these years continue to bring in new folks to give it a try and have the opportunity to meet all these people from other clubs.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right, John. Well, is there anything else that we need to know before we sign off today?
I'll check my phone to see.
Okay.
I had some notes. Let's see.
You got some notes.
Just to make sure we got all the topics.
Well, while we do that, Sharon, should we encourage people to follow our podcast maybe?
Yes, please. Everyone, you can catch us anywhere you listen to podcasts. If you also want to watch on YouTube, you can subscribe and watch us on YouTube for these awesome visuals. And if you have a suggestion, have a question, something that you would like to hear us cover, email us at blossombanterpodcast@gmail.com.
Amazing. All right. What do you got, John?
It was really great blossom bantering.
Blossom
With
bantering.
both of you.
Yes. Yeah.
Thanks for having me and giving me the opportunity to talk about these passions.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I'm so happy you can make it on a rainy day.
Yep.
And we look forward to the mixer.
Yeah.
And come race day.
Yeah, well, I'll have to go on a run sometime too.
Absolutely.
After the race, we can go on a training run.
Heck yeah.
Make it happen.
Yes.
I love it. All right.
Always in.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. High five. Thank you, John. And thank everybody for tuning in. And we will catch you on the next episode. Bye.